Hey, it's me, your boy, TKIGs, bringing you guys back with a how-to video. It's my second how-to video fucking in a row. I did the Red Dead Redemption Gorma, how to get there. That did pretty well, and then now a lot of you guys requested, been requesting, and I feel like I should do this too, and I owe you guys this too, of how to host your own dedicated server on Ark. Something completely different from Red Dead Redemption, I know. If it looks like I'm making like random videos, I promise I'm not. These two videos I had to get out a long time ago that you guys requested, and I've never done how to make a dedicated server on Ark Survival. If you guys don't have this game, then you guys can like pretty much disregard this video, or if you guys are thinking about getting this game and never even fucking played Ark Survival or never even heard of it, if you guys want to stick around to hear this, you can. Alright, so how to host your own dedicated server for the PlayStation 4. I do not rent a server from Notario. I do not do any of that. What I do, there's the cheapest, easiest way you can do it with no money at all that you don't have to whip out of your pocket to host a dedicated server. And if you guys don't know this, you probably should, but basically if you have any friends or a friend of a friend or someone willing to let you use their PS4 and they can host a server for you, and you can just screenshot the settings how you want to play on your world. So let me first start off by saying this. If you guys are new to Ark Survival, if you want to play Ark Survival the way you want to play it and have fun with your friends, you can't do that shit. You can't do that shit. And the reason being because you have to host a server just to play Ark Survival the way you want to play it. You know, they have official servers to where it's just how you're supposed to regularly play the game, and it's really fucking hard and really tedious, and it grinds. The grinding is on a whole fucking new level. And that's why people play dedicated servers. Dedicated servers is when players like me host a server, and they host a server giving you more attributes or easier to level up, etc., etc., etc. There's like 100 different things you can tweak on a world when you host a server. So that's why people like me make servers for people that want to just play the game how they want to play it. So here's the thing with that. When you go on to Ark Survival and you say like, hey, I want to play with my friends, let's go ahead and play with my friends, let's go ahead and find a server to play. Well, that's where it comes crazy, because like a lot of people make servers stupid, like a little crazy, and now you gotta search through all these fucking servers trying to find a server that you will really like in the settings that you and your friends would like and have in common. But 8 times out of 10, 8.5, maybe 8.5 out of 10 times, you know, you won't find that server that best fits you and your friends that you want to have fun and play in. Maybe you level up too slow. Maybe you level up way too fast. Maybe they gave you speed that you're running as fast as lightning. Maybe you're running extremely slow. Maybe you try to chop up wood in the resources, you chop it up like fucking, you chop down like fucking, I don't know, 50 fucking trees, and you get like fucking 30 wood out of it. Like something tedious as that. You know what I mean? It's so many things you can tweak on the world, it's ridiculous. So it's really hard finding a world for you to enjoy with you and your friends. So now, enough about that. I'm just going to get into how to host a server and what I do to host a server. So, how I host a server in 2020. They're going to need an extra Ps4. That is what you're going to need if you want to host a server for you and your friends, or if you want to host a server for you, your friends, and the whole world. It doesn't matter. Or anybody that wants to play on your server, it doesn't matter. People play on my server, so you know, if you want to know how to get popular on playing Ark Survival and people joining your server, all you do is just be consistent on your server. It's it. Or type a name that's very popular or relevant to a lot of people that play on those type of servers, or say something about how your server is, and then people will join it. But basically, the way you want to get people to join your server, if you're just not trying to just like, oh, I only want to play a server just to play with friends, if you're not trying to do that, then basically what you want to do is fucking make your server popular. You can post online sites, or you can post on videos, or you can tell your friends to spread the word, or whatever you have to do. But the main thing you want to do is just stay consistent on hosting that server. That's it. Have that server running all the time and just stay consistent on it. That's pretty much it. But anyways, so to host a server in 2020, what you're going to need, first thing you're going to need is an extra Ps4. Second thing is very crucial. You're going to have have bought Ark Survival on the PlayStation Store. You're gonna have to you have to buy PlayStation. I mean, you have to buy Ark Survival on the PlayStation 4. If you didn't buy Ark Survival on the PlayStation 4, this will not work. The only way this will work for you is if you buy a whole nother Ark Survival disc, and that's even whipping out more money. So not only you gotta buy a whole nother PS4, you also gotta buy a whole nother Ark Survival disc, and that fucking sucks. So if that's you, fortunately, that's what you're gonna have to do. So if you're like me and you bought Ark Survival on PlayStation Store, then you won't have to do this. The only thing you're gonna have to whip out is money just to buy a PS4, and that's it. And that doesn't even mean you gotta buy the HDMI cords and all the stuff. You have a spare HDMI cord, you have a spare power cord, or you know, all this stuff, a spare USB cord. All you literally have to do is just buy the system then, and it can be fairly cheap. You can go to the fucking pawn shop and do that. I just actually bought the whole PS4, so I wanted to get all that shit out of the way. So I just got everything included, controller, everything included. The third step is you have to make an extra account. Once you make an extra account on your PS4 that you'll be hosting Ark Survival on, you should be straight. Just make sure that your old account on your PS4 that you'll be hosting on, make sure that's on your new PS4 that you'll be hosting on. Make sure that old account is on the new PS4 you'll be hosting on, because that's going to be your primary, meaning now you won't have to buy membership for your other account. You don't want to do that. And also you want to download Ark Survival onto your PS4 you'll be hosting your fucking server on. So that's what you want to do. Now you can download Ark and you'll have membership. Set as a primary, so you'll have membership for all accounts that's on there. And then the extra account, you just log onto that one, and that's what you'll be hosting the server on. So once you got that out of the way, there's two settings that you want to get out of the way, and those settings are your controller turning off. You want to set your controller to never turning off, and what helps me do this as well is you want to have a USB cord plugged in and have it charged the whole entire time, because if your controller dies, for some reason your server dies. I don't know why, but if your controller dies on the PS4, your server dies. So make sure that you tweak the settings and have your controller never dying, and always have it charged completely the whole entire time your server's running. That's crucial. The other thing is you also want to have your PS4 settings to where it doesn't shut off automatically. That's a buzzkill. You do not want to have your PS4 shut off automatically, so keep your PS4 running the whole entire time. I bought myself a Super Slim, so my shit doesn't overheat, but I did with a regular old Slim before when I did this like a year ago, and it never overheated either, but I could have just been lucky. So Super Slim PS4 would definitely come in handy. So now that you got those things out of the way, to actually start enjoying fucking Ark Survival and play with your friends and play as you want to play it, I think that's all the settings you need. You got Ark Survival downloaded on your other PS4. You have membership. You have your settings. You have a whole nother PS4. You are pretty much ready to host a server. But yeah, guys, that's all you guys really pretty much need is just a wired keyboard. I do recommend you guys get a wired keyboard to plug into your PS4. And yeah, guys, I wanted to say as well, Walking Users don't do a host non-dedicated server. For the PS4 users, if you guys know that, you'll be tethered like 15, you can only go 15 feet to the host. So any friends or anybody that joins you can only be 15 feet from you. And if they're not, they get pulled towards you, which ruins the fucking game. So host non-dedicated server is really not an option at this point. If you want to free roam around the whole map and play with your friends, that's why you literally have no fucking choice to do a dedicated server. So that's why I'm making this video. A lot of you guys don't know how to do this, so this is just an update of how I do it in 2020. I don't rent a server, I don't do any of that. I just want to play with my friends and have a fun time. And if anybody else wants to join, which people do join, as you guys see, a lot of you guys do join my server. A lot of Ark players join my server too as well, because they enjoy my server. They enjoy how I did my settings, and it was just pretty much made for my friends. But again, there will be people that will join your server if you want it. You can make it private if you want, but there will be a lot of people that will join your server. So yeah, so those are all the things you need to host a server on your PS4. So now I can just join into my game. You can either invite, so once you host your server, you can put a password on it if you want. Why would you? Well, you can be doing it just for your friends, or you can tell your friends the password or whatever. Just make it super private if you want. You can do it that way. but I leave it open because I want anyone can come and play with me or play with my friends or whatever the case may be. I always have it running most of the time. But consistency of hosting your server is key if you want to make your server grow. Basically now at this point, what you can do is look for your server name once you run your server. You can look for your server name on the list. A lot of times on the list, I don't know why it doesn't show up. I don't know why it does that. What I usually do is turn off the PS4 that I'm hosting on and turn it back on and then host it again, and then boom, it appears. It's weird. But just because you can't see your server on the list doesn't mean no one else can. I did realize that a long time ago. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean no one else can. And it's weird. And if you can't see it, and a lot of people can't see it, if you join into your server, some reason, they can see it. So on your other PS4, now you can join into your server. And if I didn't mention that once you host a server, you cannot play on that PS4 at all. You have to actually play on another PS4 if you want to play on your server. So that's why you need two PS4s for this. Sorry if I didn't say that first. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's how I host my server in 2020. I have really good connection. I think I'm running like 600 megabyte speed per second. So, and I have a wired and a wireless connection. I have a wired connection. Jesus, what the fuck's going on out there? I have a wired connection on my host PS4 that's running the server, and I have a wireless connection on my other PS4 that I just play on. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So now I'm on my server. Everything runs so smoothly. Stay safe, guys. The pandemic of this coronavirus is getting more crazier and crazier. I feel like it's just gonna get worse. I'm not quarantined. I still have to fucking go to work like nothing fucking, like fucking nothing's going on. And if I fucking get the coronavirus from this shit, I'm suing some motherfuckers because this is bullshit. But yeah, so I'm one of the fortunate people that still have their job, so I should be happy and blessed about that. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in my next video. Promise it won't be a how-to video. So it's your boy Tiki IG, and I love y'all. I'm out.